I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I love Eurovision. Like, properly love it. I f***ing love Eurovision. The last weekend in May is usually a bank holiday that also has Eurovision, the Monaco Grand Prix, and the early stages of the Isle of Man TT. It's like my Christmas. Now, if you're watching this and you don't know what the Eurovision Song Contest is, allow me to try and explain. The Eurovision Song Contest is where European countries and Australia come together to celebrate stuff like this. It can be a little bit camp. But, I mean, then there's also stuff like this. So, you know, technically speaking, you don't need to be a member of Europe to take part. The idea behind it was to bring together all of the television networks across Europe to put on an event that united the continent. But since then, we've seen the boundaries of Europe be pushed to the likes of Turkey and even Azerbaijan. Last year, however, Australia became a full member of Eurovision. Why? Well, because Australia f***ing loves Eurovision too. And that's it. That's the only reason. But hey, that's what it's all about. Inclusion. Welcoming. And it's also quite gay, but that's a different matter. Australia had actually taken part the previous year, but that was meant to be a one-off for the 60th anniversary, and yet they took it so seriously that they got invited back. And they nearly won as well. Now every year there's a bookie's favourite, and last year it was Russia, which I think everyone can agree it would have been a disaster had they actually won. You see, when your country wins Eurovision, you have the honour and also the massive cost of hosting it next year. So some countries that can't really afford to put on such a big event usually want to do well, but not so well that they win. In the UK, however, we just want to not be hated so much. We want to feel that someone out there likes us. We tried to give Ireland 12 points, but they still hold a grudge for certain things that we don't need to go into now. But to be fair, if we could get minus points this year, we probably would. Thanks, Boris. But after Austria hosting the event in 2015, thanks to the bearded but beautiful Conchita Wurst winning the year before, and now in 2016, the event that gave us ABBA back in the country that gave us ABBA, the worst thing that could happen is Eurovision going to be hosted in Putin's Russia. Sweden just gets Eurovision. That's a thing. That's what we do. Every year. We love you, Sweden, and we all stand with you after the terrible terrorist attack that happened in your country, probably.
You look at what's happening last night in Sweden. Sweden! Who would believe this? Sweden!
Needless to say, Putin's Russia is not really a place for Eurovision. Unless its entry is this. That's real, isn't it? But it's okay because there is some good in the world. And in the year that saw Russia playing keep away with Crimea, there was a small part of the world that wouldn't allow such a thing to happen. Even if Russia did have a cool song and a wall thing that went upside down. You see, the thing is, Eurovision is rather political. They've tried to change it over the years so that it includes official judges as well as a public vote. In fact, in 2016, it was the first year to include what they called a professional jury, but you can usually still guess who's going to vote for who. The Scandinavians usually stick together, the former Soviet countries are interesting, but at least everyone can agree that the United Kingdom are dicks. And that was before Brexit. It's all a bit depressing, really, isn't it? But hey, Justin Timberlake! cue Twitter jokes on how do I vote for the US, because no one else thought of that. Just you were the funny one. Do I look a bit like a fat Justin Timberlake?
Yeah, a little bit.
I'll take that. The competition actually came down to the Ukraine and Russia, and while nobody really liked the Ukrainian entry, we can at least all breathe a sigh of relief that this year, in 2017, won't see hundreds of thousands of Europe's more colourful characters entering a country that doesn't really want them there. There's that, and there's also the fact that the song was called 1944 and was supposedly about the deportation of Crimean Tatars by the Soviet Union in 1944, and the chorus was in the Crimean Tatar tongue, all in the same year that Russia annexed Crimea from the Ukrainians, but all of that was just a coincidence.
When strangers are coming, they come to your house, they kill you all and say, we're not guilty. Not guilty.
Nope. I don't hear it. Although, to be fair, we all secretly wanted Australia to win and then nominate Sweden to host it again. Because again, Sweden gets Eurovision. But the Australian entry could actually really sing, so as is usually the case, I don't necessarily always agree with the winner. So here's my top 7? Yeah, 7. Here's my top 7 from 2016, and I will see you on Twitter in May for this year's finals and semi-finals too. And for my followers that don't really like Eurovision, buckle up.
The stories unwinding, together we'll make it and reach for the stars. I'm all tired to stand my ground, won't be bound, and bring out the best in me. What's the pressure? You will grow, you will know at the end. If I was sorry. If I was sorry, no, if I was sorry, I'm caught in the middle of dawn and the sunrise. Life is a miracle, I saw it in your eyes. Under a spotlight, out in the moonlight, howling for you. Comme donner envie d'être moi. Donner un sens à mes pourquoi. Tu as tué la peur qui dormait là dans mes bras. You're the one that's making me strong. Together we're untouchable. You and me against the world. Together we're invincible. They will never bring us down.
I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I can count on you to be watching Eurovision this year. After all, I think you'll find you already like Eurovision acts without even realising it. Please make sure to hit that subscribe button and enjoy Epic Sax Guy from Eurovision 2010.